I invite Dr. R.C. Sharma from IGNOU to talk on virtual open schooling.
Thank you, sir. The protocols have already been established, so I will start with my presentation. It is about establishing, having a model for India on virtual open schooling. And if you look from the state of education affairs in India, starting with 1947, the various successive governments, they have been doing a lot of work to provide to expand the educational base of the population, and for that various provisions they have been made. So on the basis of that, there are many schemes which have been incorporated at various levels, like at primary, upper primary, secondary, higher education, and technical, vocational education, etc. And the universalization of elementary education, universalization of secondary education, Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, etc. These schemes, the pass out from these schemes, they are the clientele or the students which are coming up. In addition to that, there is still such a large group of students who need to be covered under the educational measures. So as per the 11th 5-year plan, there is a need felt that we need so many schools, so many secondary schools, and these many additional teachers, they need to be trained. We can see the figures, they are quite big, and lot needs to be done. So open schooling was considered as an alternative for this issue, that how we can achieve. You all know about national open schooling, and the ICT is a very big factor which plays its role here for accomplishment of this objective. And use of ICT is providing us an alternative where with the help of internet technologies, how we can create some models which can be either online models, hybrid models, or blended learning models, which can give rise to a sort of kind, instead of having a face-to-face kind of educational institution, can we provide educational opportunities to those people through some sort of online schools or virtual schools. If we see the status of virtual schools globally, it's very explosive growth. The numbers, they are increasing and it's a study by Connections Academy which found that what are the least people who would like to choose online education. And you can see that there is a large group who were there out in the field, that could not fare well in the traditional system, and there are many who would need some other kind of environment where they can go. And you can see up to 40% of people are there who would like to have some kind of flexibility, which is the main component of the open and distance learning system. So there are various models of virtual schools around the world, the way they are working, and the benefits, they are many. We can have personalized, tailor-made content available to the people. A lot of flexibility is there in terms of how the instruction can be designed, how the content can be delivered, and definitely it leads to reducing the production costs of the content. And it's quite imperative that when we are using the internet, access can be taken care of. Through certain means, we can widen the access to such kind of material. This is an endorsement by a student who delivered this graduation speech in a school, and they have confirmed, they have established that if they study through even virtual school system, the kind of skills which are expected from them in a face-to-face setting, they can achieve that. Let's see some of the cases around the world. African Virtual School, our brother Dr. Godson is here. This is a unique school in the sense that it operates in the West Africa, and they help the students who are student of some other institute, but through their quiz or video games or the content available, they allow the needy students to revise their course material and pass out their examination. Korean high school, it allows the opportunity to those students who, due to some reason, they could not go to a particular educational institution, and then they can have the facility. Open High School of Turkey, they provide educational opportunities through print-based or through media and supported by face-to-face tutoring. This is Grampian's virtual school in Victoria, Australia, and they provide education in certain specific areas, which can be followed with some sort of face-to-face class through video conferencing. Florida Virtual School, one of the successful, in fact, it was the first internet-based public high school which offers many courses to the students. It's free for the residents of Florida. Outside there, they may have to pay a nominal fee for registration. This is Utah Open High School, and the chief characteristic of this institution is that they are able to provide one-to-one tutoring for every student in every subject. That's a very unique feature of it, because sometimes we find it difficult even in face-to-face and other systems, that how we can take care of a one-to-one tutoring for every student in every subject. This is a virtual school in British Columbia, Canada. So on the if we see the characteristics of all these cases around the world, what we find that they have a very flexible approach in terms of instructional delivery or curriculum. They can be free for the students, or they may be charging a little fee, and a variety of course materials in terms of contents are used by them. They can be state-owned, they can be college-based, university-based, they can be for-profit, they can be non-profit organizations. There are many models, many management structures which are operating these virtual schools. These developments, they are leading to some sort of new changes into the educational practices. You can see that the rise of MOOCs, massive open online courses, and Professor M.M. Pant here soon, very soon, I think he has some plans on how we can take advantage of this for various subjects matters. Open badges, it's a very unique concept in the sense that I still remember when our late Prime Minister, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, they had a scheme of delinking degrees with the jobs. And the idea was that any person who is a competent, say, I take an example for a carpenter. The person doesn't have any degree, but he's a very good carpenter, can create a wonderful furniture. But by merely that the person is not having any degree, the person cannot get a job. So they were saying that de-link the degrees from the job. You pay more attention to the skills. This movement of providing batches, say for example, Mozilla, which they have the product Firefox browser, we all use that. They are giving these batches that if you have certain skill, we can give you the batch, you can put it on your blog, on your website, and the employer who looks for a certain skill, they can approach you. Open educational resources, you just attended the wonderful presentation by Professor Deshmukh, and my more colleagues, they will be speaking about it. And cloud computing, where you don't need to carry your files everywhere, wherever you go. You just put your material into the cloud and access it from anywhere. These things, they are leading to some sort of new educational system. For example, establishment of Open Educational Resource University, which is taking care of those students or the general public who want to upgrade their knowledge, who want to have some sort of a certification, but they don't have adequate resources for that. Or Coursera, a platform where the courses pertaining to various disciplines, they are made available to other people. They know we have edX, which provides free courses which are designed by MIT or Harvard or Berkeley University, and Udacity. In fact, the form of MOOC it was because when they had their course on Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, many people in hundreds of thousands, they were enrolled into that course, it was a good success. So it's leading to a certain sort of a model. Now see how the situation represents the Indian context. It's a snapshot of India in which we find that particularly based on the kind of technology improvement and lowering the tariff of telephony, increasing the penetration of tele-density in India, definitely there are big changes which are coming up. You can see that these are various activities which are there is a comparison of what is happening in India with worldwide, and we can see the search and navigation is on the top, but you can see that around 41% of it is being used for education purposes also. A survey was conducted by Digital Strategy Consulting on school kids, college students, young men, older women, working and non-working women, on how they are using it for email, chat, information gathering, entertainment, and e-commerce. These are this that the trend is going in that direction. So what road ahead we are having? Now the situation is not that what vast amount of information is available to us. The important point here is that how fast that information can be made available to anyone. The faster the access to the information is more crucial. If something happens somewhere, it needs to be made available to the people such a that is more important. Uh, there are certain initiatives like Akash tablet, which is the government thinks that it can be provided to the students, teachers, etc., so that the digital divide it can be bridged in terms of information technology. And particularly this news I found it in today's newspaper only, when the Uttar Pradesh government, they have a plan to distribute the laptops, and they are saying that it's not the merely distributing the laptop, it's transforming life, shaping their future for providing them the access to the kind of education which they can have not only within the schools but outside the school boundaries also. So how we can take advantage of these developments, and how can we think of a certain sort of a virtual educational modeling in which we can have certain physical transformations, technological transformations, cognitive transformations in terms of content, and institutional transformations where we need to have certain sort of how the linkages between academics and teacher, peer, and academic and institution, student to student interactions, these kind of transformations, they can happen. So virtual open schooling would be that a kind of opportunity where the students, they can have certain school-based courses completed through some sort of online platform having synchronous or asynchronous technologies. It was suggested that the virtual open schooling platform can operate through NIOS, part of NIOS, and it can be a three-tier based structure in which the headquarters at NIOS, and then the regional centers and accredited institutions working in PPP, public-private partnership model, they can be managed and providing a sort of a virtual platform in which online registration already NIOS is having the complete registration online. Wiki-based open courses can be developed. The work is you just witnessed in 3 courses. They have prepared the content. Web conferencing can be used. Open source like Big Blue Button or Open Meeting, so they can be used. We can have for delivery of content some sort of open source LMS like Moodle, and online examinations. So most of the activities they can be taken care of, and the kind of support services which can be provided to the students pertaining to pre-admission up to post-examination is sort of helping them for their settling in some vocation after they have attained certain skills. They can be taken care of, and this is the teaching learning system where the students, they can have access to a database listings by selecting them and leading up to the certification, various stages. it was considered that we can have a sort of different kind of funding mechanisms, either by subsidiary, fee sharing, or each member they are contributing to each other. There are various instructional delivery mechanisms. They can be utilized for this. And for course development OERs, we are already talking about them. There is no need for reinventing the wheel. We may use what is already existing and remixing, reusing it through the kind of open license which the author or the creator, they have allowed it. And assessment and evaluation through online techniques, they can be taken care of. So there are certain considerations into whole concept pertaining to personnel who will be involved into it, how the instruction can be delivered through some sort of technology, the training for the professional development of teachers, and quality assurance measures, how they can be, data analytics can be put into the place, how the courses they can be marketed, so that those people who need it, they must know that what is available to whom, and certain sort of these kind of things. So thank you so much.